Hello everyone, this is Migo Hunter, and today we will continue part 3 of the Hans, should I say Hans? Hans versus MiX Conquest. Um, Hans is playing Season 4, and MiX is playing Season 3. The objective is to win with all 12 characters in each season. Um, Winning character is set aside, and yeah, it's double blind, best of 23, yes. So, um, so far the results, spoilers, if you guys haven't watched the previous parts, but I'm going to say it now. Mix has won with every character except for Akuma, Sea Viper, Sagat, and Zangief. Yeah. And then for Hans is going to have a tough uphill battle. He's only won with Plague Knight and what's the other one? Beheaded. Yes. So we see Hans bust out the Spectre. Um, Clearly he's in desperation mode. He's only won with 2, while Mix is won with 8 characters. Um, so at this point, I mean, well, we see. I've never seen Hans play Spectre. I know Hans likes to exceed his Spectre, so maybe that will work out. We'll see. Um, Against Akuma, who's kind of low tempo-ish. Well, low tempo until he hits you 3 times and you die. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it works out. Um, have I played this matchup before? I feel like this matchup can be rough for Spectre. Though Spectre does it hit and run playstyle, he can sort of evade Akuma. Akuma doesn't have any options at range except for Gohado, and Gohado does not recur. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Spectre taking first is certainly good. Hans needed to go first, I think. Interesting. Runs to range 1. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he drew too much. But anyway, Spectre not minding going to range 1. Spectre does not have the best tools at range 1, though he does have an ignore guard spike-like. Oh, he boosts Vanish before advance 3 if you move past the opponent plus 3 armor. Interesting. That's a very expensive boost to play. Mm. Yeah, I'm surprised Hans didn't turn 1 Spectre UA Cross or Spectre UA Bounding Soul. Kumail says, okay, I don't care about your armor. I mean, unless Hans goes fast, he won't get the armor because it's a before effect. And he'll corner himself. I'm not. Ah. Okay, that's a pretty good combo actually. Well, that's not a bad combo with this spin scythe. Okay, I like it. So if he corners himself, so either he chases down Akuma if Akuma crosses out, or he goes in the corner and then advances out the corner. Okay, that's a cute little sequence. All right, prep. Seems like he will commit to the Exceed Spectre because playing at range 1 provides pretty much no opportunity to use your UA. All right, focus into focus. Spectre building up that gauge, but so is Akuma. Both characters love their gauge. Akuma likes gauge because he can feel his crits and even his ultras. I mean, Demon Argan kind of sucks, but Rapid Regidemon is actually quite good. It's basically Spike on steroids. Um, yeah, this card is this Ultra is definitely underrated. With any reading or a defend boost, you can just murder someone. Oh, a dive parry. Interesting. Okay. Wants to make his boost uncontestable later. That's a pretty smart parry targets. Right, boost +2 armor, +2 power. Hans needs to build up 3 more gauge safely in order to um, win. Because Spectre Knights technically have 5 gauge exceed because Spectre Knight's exceed mode, even though it costs 4, requires more gauge to actually use. If you don't know what Spectre Knight's exceed mode does, it basically what was I say? Oh shit, Akuma's succeeding. Wow, no gauge. I guess he already has +2 power on the board. Wow, Spectre initiating to +2 power. Is it Grasp or Cross? Okay, Brave Cross, he needed that. MiX not playing on curve. If he if MiX had a Grasp or a Shoryuken, it would have been screwed. Wait, okay. Striking immediately, Hans decides to Wild Swing. He's thinking about it. Trying to. Alright, the Wild Swing is okay. Gets 2 armor, gets a card. Spectre range 4 is pretty good. He can go ahead and use his UA if he wishes. Seal 2 cards, and then get it before advance 2. Play a range 2 mix up at range 4. With 1 Hado down, it makes before advance 2 spikes from Spectre pretty scary. I could do it before advance 2 Throwing Sickle for advantage. Bounding Soul. You have some options here. Yeah, I missed the parry earlier. Hans parrying the Raging Demon. I think that makes sense considering he has 1 less dive to tech it. Instant Helmurder, a great boost. Makes some of your stuff uncontestable. Okay, interesting. Hans stepping to range 3. Telegraphing he has EX Assault or EX Throwing Sickle. Akuma just says, okay, I'm just gonna boost Instant Helmurder. Interesting that Hans is trying to contest this. That means Akuma can play a crit Assault for free, right? Because it's not... Spectre can't cross it. Oh, boost power. What? Maybe Akuma does have Assault? Maybe Akuma has EX Assault. Yeah, Hans was telegraphing an EX Throwing Sickle, I would assume. Did Akuma simply not have Assault? Could have done crit Assault into a sequence advantage, crit Grasp to put him in the corner or something like that. Yeah, that was Throwing Sickle. Yeah, why? Well, that Throwing Sickle was the most obvious thing in the world, and MiX sort of fell for it. That's really awkward. Did MiX simply not have any 5 speed to initiate with? He wasted a turn boosting Grasp, and now he paid for it. Interesting. That was like the most telegraphed thing in the world. Okay, Spectre needs 1 more gauge to actually do stuff. Striking range 3 mix up. We see one spike going down, but that doesn't mean there can't be a second. All right, assault, but it's just an assault, makes sense. Already this MiX playing a bit sloppy there, not accounting for just initiating EX Troig Sickle, but he lost the sweep there as well. He spent the sweep hoping it was EX Assault. Okay. All right. Spectre exceeding. In this situation, good because he's with life lead. The before advance 2 is not going to matter though. Yeah, it's literally not going to matter here. He just basically can get +1 power. Maybe Spectre can do something like retreat 4 with assault, perhaps. Okay. Fairly standard stuff. All right, MiX moving. Hans spending 2 force to move to range 3. That makes sense. Actually gonna take advantage of Spectre's UA before advance 2 opens up. The fast or slow mix up. Spectre has a range 1 spike. Okay, Akuma moving to range 1 out of the corner makes sense. Invalidates the before advance 2 to some extent. Spectre does have a speed 7. Mix up is fast or slow, right? With +1 speed boosted. Akuma with +3 powered cannot, right? So moving going on here. Akuma telegraphing he has DP, 6 power DP. 6 power DP does not break the guard of focus or sweep, however. If Hans throws a mix-up into this, just like with +1 power before advance 2 mix-up, then Akuma will still have to guess. And Akuma is down life, so Akuma has to guess correctly. I feel like a mix-up is coming on, and both players have to guess correctly. Does MiX have any more speed boosts left? Probably just like 1 or 2. Probably IHM and a slide somewhere. All right, playing the mix up. Before advance 2, +1 power. All right, did Spectre play slow? Hopefully he did. He did it before advance 2 block. Okay. Um, do you not have focus or sweep? I guess this, maybe he didn't draw focus yet. I feel like there's another focus in there for Han somewhere. Uh, that's awkward though. Making mediocre use of Spectre Knight's UA to get out the corner at least. I feel like, okay, armored guard. Oh, he's trying to set up for instant hell murder maybe? Is that what's going on here? Could be. He has 3 gauge. All right. Han spends 2 force to move to range 4. All right, fake out. Hans has to set his card first. And then Akuma gets to add this to gauge. Spectre, I think, is out of crosses, right? All right, before advance 2, makes sense. Wow, is dive really the only thing for Spectre that actually hits? Wait, okay. I guess he did assault to dodge before advance 2 spike, but it doesn't work against dive. Okay, well, Spectre's winning. Um, Luckily, Akuma has 4 gauge, so maybe all it takes is 1 or 2 good hits for Akuma to win this. Han suffering for 999 ping. Classic EU internet. I'm curious what's in both players' discard. Now I'm curious. Alright, both readings down for Akuma. Both readings down for Spectre. Oh, okay. So you don't have to worry about normals. They should just probably reshuffle when they want their options back, which is soon. Whose turn is it? I think it was Hans's turn. Yeah. Okay, just striking range 1. Force to wild swing. Uh, that's a good wild swing. Not a good trade for Spectre. Loses a DP. Uh-oh. Okay. Just as a simple DP. No crit. Oh, he did crit. Wait, did he crit that? Oh, I guess he did. He crit. He spent the Go Shoryuken. Got it. Okay, now both players just playing stuff that are because they're abusing the lack of options. All right, 4 advance 2, 4 power. Could put him at a good range, maybe. Depending on the options left, Spectre can abuse the before advance 2, so you could put Akuma farther away. All right, that's a big CC. Well, there's one assault that we would like to see earlier. And by earlier, I mean the throwing sickle turn. Okay, and okay, just a simple prep. Has Spider Scythe. Okay, here's the DP to mash. It's kind of a little bit uninspiring gameplay so far, but Spectre's winning. Hey. All right. Spectre willing to prep because cannot fight the light. MiX says, okay, I'm just going to get more power. So hopefully I can kill you. Text the light. Die 1000 Death still in play, so boost defend. Okay, Die 1000 Death's not going to do anything for him right now. And critting with defend up is a little bit iffy, but maybe if you have a slow, you're okay. Oh, we only have 7 HP. I don't know. I think if Akuma had a DP, you could mash it for a 9 power DP, but maybe he didn't draw it. After the light was tagged, of course. You know how deck order is, sometimes you don't get what you want. Right, before advance 2, +1 power. You know that Spectre has a DP. What we don't know is what else he could have drawn. Maybe he's the range 1 spike for a mix-up. MiX hovering over an EX. Alright, EX Zugai. I guess it's pretty safe. Oh, completely. Oh. Well, okay, luckily, okay, only 5 power because it's EX. EX then has double bonus and has bonus power. Luckily didn't get murdered because Spin Scythe only has 3 guard. It's still bad. Spectre still has 1 gauge to um, make things work. Alright, instant Helmer boosted. Yeah, I guess that Spin Scythe, yeah, Spin Scythe would beat slow, so I guess that's okay. But it's still very iffy at range 2. Only 3 guard. Like Akuba has mid speeds. Well, Zugahatsu in that situation to crush it. Is this a mass CC? Interesting. Gets rid of a cross and some other things. Thinking for a block, maybe? There's no blocking against Akuma, though. Well, one Hyakushu is engaged. Maybe he doesn't have the other. I am not sure if Hans ditched his DP, because only EX DP would save him from crit Hyakushu. Okay, he saved his DP. That is good. Okay, just change cards. Digging for a way to just kill Spectre. Well, I mean, Akuma could have just thrown out something last turn. Like 8 speed, 6 power assault, or a mix up between that and spike and other things. Even a single Hyakushu. He could have done a few things last turn, but chose not to, just CC for something. Hopefully Spectre drew a dive or something to tech the instant hell murder. Looks like he did not. Okay, he did. Akuma had his turn with the instant hell murder, did not take it, and he gets teched. So what will Akuma do now? Just play the other instant hell murder that you CC'd, right? Okay, boost fierce, obviously telegraphing the DP. Or I think Akuma's down 1 DP. Now I gotta check the discards again. They're kind of going through their decks pretty quickly. Never mind, both DPs are up for both players. Yep. Is Hans planning a reading? Maybe. Akuma's 7 HP. Still like a good, nice, comfortable life total. Do not die to a random fast. So Kuma has the upper hand here. All right, CPAT probably is going to be around for about an hour. Will join me. Wow, he figured out the password to my room. How do you know? It's supposed to be top secret. All right. Guess I'll call him right now. And while both players are pondering what to do, well, Hans primarily. Goes to range 6. A crit auto will be pretty good right now, but maybe Spectre has something like before advance 2 EX throwing sickle. Alright, I'll call him.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
See, we're playing the top tiers today.
Yep. Okay. Mix red focus, the crit. Well, I guess I'm reading focus would kill because it's 7 power go auto.
Did you crit it?
I thought he crit it.
So then, oh, okay, so he wins.
Oh, well, he won. Okay.
So he wins.
Well,
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
came just in time to see Mix add another victory.
Is it now 9-2?
Yes, it's 9-2.
Oh, but this was a mixed main though, so yeah, I expect him to win with the Akuma.
I don't know. Wait, Mix said he mains Akuma?
He used to.
I don't know. I was less impressed by his play, but
That's what he. That's what he. I don't know if he memes it or is actually true.
yeah. Well, it was kind of a uninspiring game, but Mix won that. Uh, Spectre did not use his frontside UA at all. Went to
Overrated.
flip side, and then
How do you build gauge then? Just normals
yeah, just
or something else?
just some normals and hitting with a bunch of stuff.
I see.
There's one play I really didn't like where let's see, Hans moves to range 3, Mix boosted instant hell murder, Hans boosted light to telegraph the most obvious EX throwing sickle in the world.
Yeah, EX speed 5.
Yeah, but Mix could just do like a crit assault and just win.
Crit assault. Yeah.
But he didn't do it, so maybe he didn't have it. He said he just boosted fierce and then lost to the EX throwing sickle on Spectre's turn.
Sad.
Yeah, so I was not sure what's going on there.
Sad.
It was like a double misplay because Hans moves to range 3 and then like
First game of the day
tries
too.
to he tries to boost light against instant hell murder. So that was already the first mistake. But then Mix presumably, I guess he doesn't have assault. He should have just if he doesn't have assault, he should have just moved to a better range, right?
Yeah.
But he did
Yeah.
not. He just stayed there and
He just
boosted
kind of stood
fierce.
there.
So it was literally
Yeah.
just a double misplay on both sides, and then
Weird.
Hans won. It's like okay, well,
Weird.
just their style play is just so passive, you know.
Yeah.
Just like let the other guy do
Well,
something first, and then
good luck being passive with Viper.
yeah, I don't know if Mix should be aggressive with this character, but we'll see.
So Mix only has 3 characters left. Dude, I'm glad you casted this, man. This has turned out to be a little bit of a stinker so far.
It's like so yeah, it's kind of a wash. Hopefully Hans will come
It's
back.
9-2. Come on, Hans, step it up.
Viper, Zangief, and Sagat left, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there are two good characters in that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been winning with the
I
more
don't know.
goofy
Surely
ones.
Mix knows how to play Sagat.
Probably.
Surely Mix knows how to play Sagat. Sagat's so easy to play.
Well, I think
Don't tell me Sagat's a difficult character to play. He's not. Sagat's incredibly easy to play.
he's hard to play if you're playing against aggro. That's someone like just like smothering you in the face with advantage.
Yeah, just wait until I don't know Hans runs out of aggro characters.
But I mean,
It's not like season 4 is like full aggro.
no, yeah. Does season 4 have a single advantage chain aggro character? No,
Advantage
right?
chain aggro character? Yeah, it's like Spectre. I don't know.
Is it literally just Spectre? I guess it's just
I
Spectre.
think it's just Spectre. Yeah,
That's funny.
I think it's just Spectre. I mean, you can do some aggressive things with Maul. You can have like 4-turn chains with Mole Knight, but like those happen after he's exceeded, and then you're dead. So they
Yeah.
take a while. Like he doesn't do them pre-exceed.
What
Or you
gains
get like
advantage from
maybe he
Mole?
can.
Headbutt?
Yeah, headbutt gives advantage because headbutt's actually an OP card.
Yeah, that's why it's a 4 special.
Yeah, but like
Ah,
other than
yes,
that,
hidden weapons. Yep, that's the prep into second turn hidden weapons. That's like the most. That's what I expected.
yeah,
Both
range
players at
4
7
makes up for
cards.
prop.
Yeah, probably. Steve Viper should just block this unless it's a cheeky cannonball. Get gauge.
Uh, just wild swing this man if you're Viper. If you don't have the block, yeah, there's the block.
All right. Oh, cheeky
Dive into
cannonball. Not
range
cheeky
1.
enough for Mix. I mean, not for Hans.
Didn't he do that once? I feel like the last time I saw his propeller, he did the range 4 cannonball.
Did he? I'm not sure.
He did some weird stuff that game though. He was boosting all the funny boosts. Like the wind stream and the jet stream for no reason.
Oh yeah, he was. So maybe he'll
Yeah.
learn. Yeah, you're right. Maybe he learned a lesson not boost Windstream.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, really good exchange here for Viper.
That
Hard
sucks.
counters, prop.
Why is Hans even striking with propeller pole there?
I am
Like
not
from their perspective, right? They're both incredibly passive players. Why are you striking with propeller pole?
right.
Do you really not have a single good
and you give
boost?
Viper better positioning. Very
Yeah.
strange. Because
You
assuming the
either
pool
give
goes
Viper
off,
better
you give it
positioning,
alongside side of the board.
or like you get focused and like your trade is awful.
Yeah, very sus play there. Oh well. Viper
It's
has
better
3
than prepping, I
gauge.
guess.
I mean, okay. Defense strike. Crit?
Uncle
Tuncle.
Telegraph or Temple Massage Telegraph. Yeah.
I mean, critting just means, I guess it just means that the prop should just cross if he
I
has
just want
one.
this to be a sweep from Mix. Yes,
Oh.
there it is. Yeah.
You won the.
Yes.
I guess you want, no, you want to bait out grass there. That's cute. Grass also is a thing that happens.
Yeah, bait out of the grass per block, which are the things that beat those.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, I'm so good at Exceed, man. This game's too easy.
You're just a knower.
You just know. You just know. All right, well, back to Viper here.
Can probably keep doing her UA and striking if she has the right cards.
The only
and
issues,
then
the
reload.
only issues, I don't think she can, just because you're not going to boost blasting, and you already dropped an exoskeleton and a spike. So like, do you even have good things to boost at range 1?
Not really.
Because surely, like Mix would have enough for something like boosting, electrifying into a grasp, for example, right? But like
Yeah.
before, it only 5 cards with 3 gauge. That's a little suspect. Now it's 7. I think it's better. So now I think you actually have good boost, or you can do like a. I guess there's always blazing on the table. Oh, but there's the exoskeleton.
Oh. Another crit.
Hans had the second block, and this is the Tonko, yeah.
All right.
3 power. Yeah, it had to block it fully because it's an ignore guard.
Prop can exceed here. Nope,
Prop
choose prep.
chooses to prepare. There's the hidden weapons.
Okay.
I don't even know why we're boosting hidden weapons there, but okay.
Yeah, do we?
I don't. I guess hidden weapons. Prop has a range 3, speed 6, so emergency combination's not good unless you EX it.
You just do light emergency combination. That's also a thing.
Yeah, but why do that when you can just light dive instead?
Yeah, true.
Because it's only 5 power.
Yeah, emergency combination only really shines when you can just do like fierce emergency combination for 2, 3,
Great,
5, 7, 5.
loving this block gameplay. Pulls a dive, whatever. I mean, that's tech. It's can be useful. 6 power. Mix probably blocks it with a gauge, if I had to guess.
Blocks it all from hand and then exceed, right?
Uh,
No.
no. We don't need stylish where we're going, I guess.
Oh, it looks like exceeding now, but we'll overdraw.
Yeah, we're draws by 2. Wait. Hold on. What cards would you keep over stylish there? Well, one of them he throws away immediately, so
Well, I
so
guess
so clearly not that.
Seismic Hammer does suck in this matchup, so I assume no. Well, Blasting is a good boost though. Huh.
Blasting's just expensive is the only thing.
It is, yeah.
It's just like it's just like if you really need it. But Mix still has a spike left in his deck.
Yeah.
And he can always just if he really wants to, he has double cheater left, I believe, as well. EX cross. Round.
Wow.
This game's too easy, man. It's like I have not seen a cross yet from Mix.
I mean, yeah, and he's only 7 cards left in his deck. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. That
Yeah.
was, yep.
Well, we just run into those. Now
That's
does
how
he
Mix wins.
now at range 5 the um what is that card? The Seismo is free, isn't it? For against Propeller at range 5?
At range 5 is free, yeah.
Is it 4 damage or 5? I can't remember.
5.
It's 5 damage, so it pops the guard on Ken Ball. So at 5 Seismo's free.
Yep. Now is a good time for Spectre to maybe exceed here. And then go to a better range.
Yeah, but I think it's Mix's turn.
You do pass the Mix, and he can probably boost strike something.
Yeah,
But,
but right now it's Mix's turn, isn't it? So
Mix just preps, and then Prop
okay.
just
Well, now
preps.
it's Mix's turn again. Whatever.
Okay, so he
Yeah,
kind
I
of
guess we're
passed. He passed the turn
happy.
to get Seismic. Maybe he'll cross out.
Yeah, it's almost surely what's gonna happen, right?
Cross out to range 8. Very
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Oh no, they moved to range 3. Oh,
One Saber lunge down. Still
okay.
second one somewhere. Here's the exceed. Jump back to 4.
Has both headwinds and launcher.
Yeah, Hans has everything, right? Hans has a dive. He doesn't have propeller pulls, but I think he's a dive left. He has a launcher.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his slow that hits at 4, but he has everything else. I mean, he has Cannonball if he really wants to slow that hits at 4.
Sea Viper should probably move closer.
Yeah, almost assured. Yeah, I like this taking
Correct.
center as well. I like that. Go forward strike? Go forward strike with what? Like a swoop? Go
Swoop.
forward strike's an interesting one. I don't like it quite much. Saber lunge is pretty free here if you're a propeller.
Relatively
Even
free,
at
yeah.
1. At 1 it dodges everything.
That could be a nice play. No, just focus.
No, just focus for focus. I mean, get rid of readings. Light, no strike.
Okay. Let's it get tacked.
Was Mix really trying to do a light into a temple massage?
Was that what he was setting up?
Because Hans is out of blocks. I think Mix has 2 lights. Oh no, he doesn't because he used 1. So he was gonna do light into cheater into temple massage.
That's cute.
Just for the because you know what it's like. It's exactly like Ken. It's like ignore armor. See.
Oh my god!
See?
And he just passed his turn again.
See,
So
he had it. He had it. That's exactly what he was going for. 100%, 1000%. He was going for the 188. 1000%.
Just want like please pass turn, please, please, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's kind of a weird hand, but I guess
Not
he has
meant to
buttons to
be.
mash.
This
Any
hand
range.
is totally fine.
Yeah, this hand's fine. Prop
You
kind of has.
you are casually representing a 1 to 3 5/7 or armor if you really need to. Striking into that. What is that, like a sweep that make Han's striking with here, range one?
Wait, okay, he takes it
No,
back. You do realize he has temple massage, right?
yeah, I don't know what he's striking with. He's just striking into the mix up. I guess
Well,
you better strike into the mix up before you get like.
I mean, just go to range 2, right? If you want
Yeah, I don't know
to.
why he didn't move.
Okay, he's
Well, if
not. I
he
mean, he
if
take
he
it
if he
back.
goes to range two, he has to deal with EX burn kick, and maybe he's playing a card that loses EX burn kick at 8 speed. I mean, a lot of things lose EX burn kick at 8 speed. Oh, he took it back. Okay, now he's restriking.
Wow, he's playing to the mix up.
He's playing into the mix up, but I think you kind of have to here because I mean, Viper on her next turn is just going to kind of
There's,
eviscerate you with this hand. Like
yeah, you kind of have to. I agree.
you're gonna get stylish, cheater, something.
Well,
Goes for it. Oh,
no fear.
next
Grasp.
one for the crit too.
Won well. He won. He won. I mean, that was his original plan to begin with. Is to land
Hmm.
Tonko. Is to land the, not Tonko.
Yeah,
Land Temple.
land the 188.
Yeah. So if you can't make it 188, maybe 186 works. It doesn't.
Let me just call the mix up wrong. It's what it is. What it is.
Contemplating what range to put her in. Probably take the
It
out.
has to
Seems
be.
fine.
Yeah, that's probably correct. Just big CC here from Mix.
CC's
Yeah.
whole hand.
Yeah, just obfuscate that information right away. Plus,
Fair
like,
play.
EX burn kick when you know it's in hand, like they're just not gonna stand at that range. Especially a character like Propeller that can just move around. Prop crosses over and just heavily telegraphs the Saber Lunch.
Yeah, this is the most obvious saber lunch. Oh. Oh. It's
Uh,
debate.
cute,
I like it. Nice.
cute, cute. I mean, it's 3 damage, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but it's cute. Okay, pushes to 3. That's interesting. Now it's telegraphing the Saber Lunch.
Yeah. Saber. I mean, sets up for saber lunge. Sets up for launcher, which he hasn't played any of yet. Can do either one.
Yeah, but setting up for the Saber Lunch on defense as well, preventing Viper from striking unless she has a light.
Hmm. I mean, defend. I mean, defend works.
It's one force to move range 2. Hmm.
Propeller might just step back. Saber lunge.
Yeah, I guess this is actually just an anti-launcher play. There's the private reserve. If Hans does not shuffle his discard pile, I will call him out for it.
Call him out on it.
Shuffle discard bozo.
It's very important. Very necessary. Play flourish, good boosts.
What a card. Listen, man, this guy's down 2-9, but he better be keeping his game states in check.
All right, Viper. I mean, she moves range 2 for a reason. I guess Tunkle, Tread and Tunkle, Tread and Cross.
Yeah. It's probably Thunkle. Probably like light Thunkle. No, that's not enough value. That's not value for Mix. Maybe, I don't know. Would Mix do that just to guarantee like a strike win? Just a light Thunkle to diffuse a +1/+1?
He might.
I mean,
I
Hans
mean,
hasn't reshuffled yet, right? So both
both
blocks
blocks
are
are
down.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's free. Oh, reading.
Uses Spike, gets the EX out of it.
Yeah, it's not gonna lose to. He's not gonna lose to EX.
No.
but playing both spikes is fine. Advantage. Prep.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna fall
classic.
asleep.
It's like what else did you expect? Han's gonna prep, yeah, back to mix.
Yeah, wow. Both players are like at full hand, like 80% of their games. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's literally just mix versus mini mix. That's what's going on.
Yeah. Fortunately, mini mix has not had his day yet.
No, not yet. Surely you boost
Really
strike
is
here with so many
a
options,
boost strike with something, yeah.
propping so many things down. What you have to really worry about is a saber lunge to dodge.
I mean, even if the Saber Lunge dodges, it's the worst thing in the world because Han's just gonna prep and then you're gonna prep and you're both at 7.
Yeah.
It's not really the worst thing in the world. It's only 3 damage.
Mix could do defend or blasting or something into a dive, and it beats.
No, blasting's too expensive. It's gotta be the exoskeleton or the defend or bust.
And he can just play dive here. Oh.
Blazing pass. That's a new one.
I guess he has grasp.
I've never seen the launcher boost gets out of there. Range 6. Viper runs to 3. Out
It's
of crosses.
probably the first time I've seen blazing pass ever.
Blazing pass, yeah.
And he
Moves to
comes.
2 with strike. No spike in this mix up anymore.
Yeah, so that means Mix can just play a sweep for free.
There is the sweep.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it's the mid speed headwind.
he read the top deck.
Yeah, he read the top deck. Yeah, and took 5. Nice. It's the mid speed headwind. I like that. It's cute.
Yep. I mean, Headwind beats a lot of random wild swings and beats
Oh, especially
sweep.
Vipers. Headwind literally beats every wild swing.
Yeah,
It's actually crazy. He beats every single one.
yeah, he got a lot of value from that blazing boost there.
Blazing pass. That's the first. It's the first time I've
God.
seen that one before. I'll say that much.
I mean, this is like the play the whole set so far. Like the Kuma versus Spectre is the same way as well.
Same thing.
It's so
The
uninspiring.
first thing I saw was the fact that Spectre had exceeded. So
Yeah,
that's pretty wild. That Akuma let that happen out of all characters,
yeah. I mean, Akuma's the character
right?
that could just like
Like, wouldn't
destroy
Akuma
you.
just
And, like,
kill Spectre before that happens in a lot of cases? Maybe
nah,
not this one.
not in this one.
We don't need Blazing where we're going.
Interesting. He drops on curve range 3 to go to range 3 with assault
Yeah, but
engage.
he's got an EX in hand. I don't know, just he's probably got like
EX
emergency or something.
combination.
Whichever one's. Oh, it's not emergency. Wait, it's not emergency. It's not burn kick, and it's not assault either. So this is
Finally, he
jump back
can play his
launcher or fake.
launchers. Well, I mean,
It's a cannonball. It's a cannonball.
oh,
See,
uh,
it's a cannonball.
how do you know? Wait, does he?
It's Yomi, man. That's not even Exceed. That's just Yomi. That's just Yomi. That's not Exceed.
Why didn't he just play the launcher? Like, it's so
Uh,
free. Like, one sweep is down for
because he because
Viper.
he because he looked at his deck. He saw 2 of them and thought it'd be too obvious.
But
He's
like,
playing on
why?
Yomi
Why
level
even
1.
play the mix up there?
He's playing on the most basic Yomi level 1. That's why.
It's like so
Oh, are we gonna
silly.
see the cheater pass? That's
Dude, dude, he literally like flipped as Viper and only got value from the flip like once or twice.
No, you got the 5 cards, or you got 3 cards out of it
Yeah, I
technically.
guess it's CC. Wow, it's just
You
a
got 3
CC
out
for
of the 5
mix.
cards. Yeah.
Christ.
Oh man, this is just something. Hans got to switch up his Yomi level, man. He's playing on Yomi level 1 the whole game.
I literally just don't see why not just play the 5 damage pull 3 launcher. Like, why not? One sweep is down for Viper. Unless he just doesn't have it.
Uh, I mean,
I
possible,
mean, Mix was playing anti-full broadside too, so just like
possible. Yeah,
you're
yeah,
just
yeah, for
losing.
sure, for sure.
Why not just play the? Ah, okay, I'm not gonna question anything.
It's just because he's on the wrong yummy level. That's it. All he has to do is get on the right one. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, but
What did prop do
way
to?
back to Mix here. Mix has 6 cards. He's got a light in play. Surely he does something with this.
Is
Both
it?
grass are down. I think swoops are left though. So doesn't get a free Thunder Knuckle.
Mhm.
Wonder if there's like an electrifying Thunder Knuckle in there. Wait, no, electrifying's on Thunder Knuckle. Sad.
Sad.
What if there's like a stylish, fierce Thunder Knuckle or something like that?
Does uh does Hans have both swoops?
He has at least one. I think he could have both. I have not seen the second one come out. I guess I haven't seen the first one come out. He has at least one for sure. Oh,
Huh.
so you could have EX. You get EX swooped.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of sad.
One swoop is down. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
one swoops down? Okay, yeah,
yeah,
then
you're
this
free
is
to do
just.
whatever.
Okay.
Uh,
Yep. Yep, exactly what I expected.
did you? Did you expect this?
No. No, I did not expect this at all. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, surely your massive gargantuan hand that you've sculpted. I don't understand.
This position kind of means that EX Spike kind of beats everything, which is kind of funny unless that happens. What are the chances that Viper just
Broadside?
crosses out of this?
It's probably broadside, maybe.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Oh, Mix not falling for it. Oh, yeah, oh, never mind. He has the EX. It's over.
Oh,
Oh, it was a sweep.
okay.
I did not expect that. Okay, cool.
Wait, what was the
There's the
sweep? What was the
there's
sweep
the
beating?
prep. What was sweep beating? Burn kick or the ultra burn dance, burning dance.
He didn't have 3 gauge.
Oh, um, it was beating 7 speed assault. I don't know why you'd ever play that, but
Why? It was beating nothing.
it was beating 9 speed grasp. Don't know
Dude,
why you
this is
play
why
that
like
either.
I'm so pissed. Like,
Yeah, that sweep beats nothing, huh? That sweep beats nothing that's like, I mean, it beats things, but it doesn't beat things that a reasonable player would play,
right?
right?
Yeah. And like
Huh.
Nyx is like allowed to play the most like passive, boring Sea Viper in the world, and is getting away with it.
I know.
God.
Well, at least Propeller takes long side of board. Does
Okay,
Propeller
another.
even want long side of the board here?
Mm, depends on.
Is this just cross? I don't know what this is. It's not
Not sure.
sweep. Maybe it's the fake. It's this. This is the saber lunge or the swoop. Swoop doesn't even give value here because you don't get to range 3. You don't even get the boost.
Full broadside. Yeah, full broadside would be garbage here. Doesn't get the tipper.
Yeah, you don't get the tipper. Also, why in what situation would Mix play cross here?
Never.
I guess you would what you expect him to stay range 4. Oh, I guess you would expect him to stay range 1, and then you can get what is it, push or pull up to 3?
Yeah, but you don't get
So
the
you can
tipper.
pull him. Oh my god, he's reading it. No, it was just the cross from Hans.
Did Mix take the one?
Yeah, Mix took the one, I think. He was at 15 before.
Okay.
Well, we're here for what it's worth.
Good range for prop.
I mean, Viper is surely just all game has just been moving in at this range, right?
Oh, now we see
So there's the
stylish.
stylish. Oh, light EX, light EX Seismo.
Oh, okay.
That's 7 speed.
Yep. This is the this is what he's all the prepping has been built up for this moment.
Yeah, I mean, still loses. Oh wait, there Hans hasn't reshuffled yet, has he? He's out of propeller pulls.
Um,
Can't even swoop out of this one.
No.
You can't even trade with an ultra either because it Seismo moves you.
Yep, this is free.
This is just dead. Or not dead, but I mean 6 damage.
Oh, never mind. It's
They're,
times two. Yeah.
yeah, he's dead
Okay.
drawing.
Okay, just
Well,
take unavoidable
yeah,
6.
just take 6. Just
Yep.
take 6.
All right, it's time to mill
Viper.
Viper out. She only has 6 cards left.
Yeah, there's no way she can do 2 damage.
No, impossible.
Impossible.
2 damage if she's in the center of the
You
board.
know, Hans has been stuck on this awful deck cycle all game.
Yeah, he hasn't escaped from it. He's got a bunch of pretty valuable stuff engaged as well.
Boosting retreat. Okay. I mean, what's Viper's just gonna spend 1, forced to move to 1 or move to 3, right? Yeah.
Correct the
Now
move though.
what? Now what?
That's the Burning Dance or a
I know, I
one
want to see the
combination.
Ultra really badly. Both Saber Launchers are down. The Ultra doesn't even matter. Uh, Hans ran out
Reading,
of.
probably reading into full broadside.
Pass.
I was trying
Nice
to
counting
figure out what
mix.
cards
Nice
left.
counting mix. Not even close. 652 full broadside reading comes out right away.
Yeah, there's no one. Where's the one?
What can you even read here? Like sweep? I don't know. You can't even read sweep. You can't read focus if you're trying to land full broadside. I mean, you can, but
You
it's
can
just
read
really
sweep.
bad.
You can read sweep. You just push down to 4.
No, no, but the problem is Mix just played a sweep.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. This is a
Although
Hail Mary
maybe
reading.
maybe there's not a whole lot of cards that they're 2 copies of. Mix does only have 11 cards.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is this guy go for a Watswing? The way he's shuffling his deck, he
Oh my
is.
God.
This
This
is
is a
the
Hail
Hail
Mary
Mary of
play
all
if you
Hail
see one.
Marys.
Spike.
Reading Spike. Spike, okay, well, got
Oh,
it.
huge.
In there.
Okay.
In there, yeah.
What? This is
That could have
this.
been guaranteed because the other Ultra's in there.
There's so many.
Well, he should probably CC the fact that he has a billion gauge, right? And
You have
then
to
get
mass
his
CC at
block
this
and
point,
focus
probably.
back.
Yeah.
Probably get rid of the cards in his hand as well. Seeing that last card's probably the Ultra. So he's got what, a cross in his hand? Needs to get rid of that.
Well, he needs to maybe represent EX Grasp as well. I think, because like Burning Dance.
I like the cards that he's CCing right now. I like those. You CC those and you CC your hand away as well, I think. Maybe you keep
Yes.
maybe there's
Save.
a world where you keep the cross engage. 1, 2 oh, we're here now.
Oh, I see. It's you did a fly.
He
Yeah.
boosted fly up, yeah.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, I guess you can just CC once Viper moves in.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more deck pressure, I guess.
He's actually can pressure. Yeah, can pressure Viper here to.
No, it's fake. It's fake. You can't. Because Viper's just gonna move to 3. Your best range is 3.
Yeah, still has Burning
And you still
Dance.
have ample force left. You still have ample force left.
Burning Dance is such actually a great game closer because of Ignore Armor.
Yeah. Here comes the CC. Yeah. Big time is gauge in advance. This looks fine. Is there anything you keep in that? No, I don't. I think you CC that all away.
Does Mix have a light or cheater left?
I think Mix has a cheater left if Hans is tracking the cards accurately.
There's a cheater left, so cheater into Burning Dance will win the game,
Okay.
which is probably what's going to happen after Hans does a mass CC. And there's no way to stop it, right? There's no way to stop it.
Um, no, because I mean it's a 1 turn thing, right? As long as he has it. Drops grasp.
Oh,
Okay, he didn't have it.
okay.
Didn't have it.
He's looking for it.
He's looking for it. Yeah, fair play. He's looking for it. And he can't really accelerate his deck that much faster than that because he only has 2 cards left. So
Fly up to range 5 to the other side of the board.
I know that's why you can't change cards, right? That's why he gets to prep or change cards.
Yeah.
I like how Hans is asking, "Did you just prep?" When that's 90% of the actions in this game.
Yeah.
I,
All
well, oh, shocker! This man just prepped. I know, right? Why are you asking?
right.
It's actually though, like, come on.
It's literally just prep wars.
Yeah. There's a world where propeller decks here. It's not a very high percentage world, but there's a world. He needs double fly up.
Yes, I say double fly up to range 5 if he has it.
You double fly up, but then what? Thing is, Viper draws what 2 cards at the end of that exchange, so she's out of deck. But
Another play is
is there
reading
a focus to read afterward?
to full broadside is another potential play here.
There's a play.
Oh,
Is that the one he's going for? Reads the grasp, hits
yep,
the
successful
reading.
obviously because only 2 cards left. Oh,
Okay, it's an advantage chains also work here.
yep.
And then what? Jump back? No jump back. We're just striking with 1 card.
Saber lunge.
It has to be fast. It has to be. But why not jump back Saber Launch? Does he have a sweep left?
Mm, I don't know.
Surely you want the extra 2 damage when you can get it.
Yeah, you should jump back if
What if it's a swoop?
Soup's funny.
Just swoop, and then you say, oh, never mind. Still doesn't work. I don't know then. The problem with these moves is that they put you. Swoop puts you at 3. Saber Launch puts you at 4, which is better.
I mean, if you don't give Viper a turn, then you'll win.
Like, Saber Launch gives you advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then you just, like, jump forward, something. Okay, so there's a block. There's a Saber
Okay.
Launch, like you said.
Yep, he wants to go to range. He doesn't get the extra
Has to
damage.
be gain advantage. Has to be gain advantage. Yep, there it is.
The sequence here, maybe he has launcher.
I don't know what he's doing with his gauge like this. I hope
Actually,
he's not doing anything. Hope he's not doing a gauge action.
maybe step back cannonballs even as something to consider.
Grab my cannonball, yeah. Mixes down both assaults, we know that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Down at
free.
least 1 dive. Could be both dives. What are we? What is...
CC.
Yeah, it has to be. Where else is he gonna go? He's already back to the wall.
Yeah, it's probably CC. Okay, well, being at range 4 is better than range 3, so
Oh, 1000%. 1000%.
yeah, infinitely better. So therefore, this makes sense to play here.
He just didn't have what he was looking for, so that's fine. Like, he played an evasive maneuver. And then
Right.
made it here, and then
He did
next
have the
turn he can
sequence
choose his
to
range and
do his
strike.
wombo
Yeah.
combo, yeah, and he has 3
Yeah, you
gauge
just choose
for,
your range and strike.
and Mix's overly passive play could lead him to actually lose his very first game. Wow.
Wow. Don't worry, he's only going to be up 9-3. Sure, he can figure out Viper in 9 games. Assuming that's a move action. Yeah, has to be.
Move 2. Only has 6
2.
cards left.
He has 6 cards left. I mean, you can craft an advantage chain here for sure. Something like Saber Launch into a launcher.
Yeah, this is
We'll do
actually a
it.
Propeller Knight. Should be a Propeller Knight W.
This is a Propeller Knight win in a lot of cases, yeah, depending on what 6 are left. I'm pretty sure both blocks are down.
You can even fly up just to continue to mill him further. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but you actually probably want to hit with the launcher to win the game. Probably. Right?
Fly up is
Something like
all.
Saber Launch into a launcher.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Maybe, I guess Saber Launch is the only card that combos into launcher from here. Some This man's flying up. This man's over there now.
All right, Viper. You put yourself here.
Yeah. Just waiting for this guy to stop searching so I can put these cards on properly.
Well, congrats, you did it. You moved to range 3 again.
Why are they still searching?
He's still looking for the cheater into Burning Dance.
We found it. Hey, nice. Propeller Knight probably wins. Should win this. Almost assuredly wins this.
If he doesn't win this, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Please win, Hans. Please win. Show MiX that his way of playing Sea Viper is horrendous, and he should not do it again.
Oh man, what's going on? Why are we playing funny boosts?
No, wait. See, okay, does he have like swoop or something?
It's got to be the swoop, otherwise,
But then he could just
Mix just
play.
wins.
Maybe he could play cheater to like a defend, and then Burning Dance, right?
Cheater defend burn dance.
Does that win?
Does cheater defend burn dance win? It wins against. It loses to. No, it doesn't lose to that. Oh, yeah, you know, it loses to headwind at 5 power.
Lose to headwind. Wait, does it? Oh
It does
yeah,
lose to headwind, yeah, because headwind pulls to 2, and then you get tipper.
I see.
So you can't do that. Not possible. Maybe this funny boost is okay. I would have preferred he just win the game, but I don't think he has the tools to win the game. Such as the life of an Exceed player. This guy says wait.
Does he want to take his funny play back?
I mean, he already drew friend return, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. They can do whatever they want. It's their exhibition match.
Yeah,
Just kind of here to see what's happening.
MiX can be forgiving if he so wishes. Nah, never mind.
So it can't be that. You have 2 outs. This makes actually just think of going for it. Just going for the defend burn dance.
I mean, what do you have?
Or
Like,
you could go light burn dance, and that also has 2 outs, right?
but I think Hans is more prepared for a light burn dance than a defend burn dance with this play.
Hans is down. Or no, never mind. That's silly. I would not recommend that. That passes turn.
Well, MiX, you kind of have no plays left except for that, so might as well just do it.
No, as Mix, you kind of have to go for it, right? As
I
Mix, you
mean,
have to do something, right? There's a strike here that has to come out.
this is kind of cursed. Yes, this whole game has been cursed.
Just boost stylish and end it.
Okay, what's to do? Defend.
Wait, what if he does? What if he does exoskeleton? Exoskeleton. He cheaters for the exoskeleton and then plays defend burn kick. That's a billion defenses.
Wait.
What beats that?
Well, he can't. Well, he has nowhere. I mean, he can't. He doesn't have enough turns to do it. This has to be. He has to strike.
No, well, no, but he can get 2 boosts out, right? Oh no, he can't. He can't.
No, he cannot.
No, he cannot.
You're silly.
Yeah. He's just going for it. Didn't even go for the cheater. Just
He's saving it, bro.
for what? Or the next game?
He's gonna do cheater Cheater Light next. Light
Cheer like
Dias
next, yeah,
next, yeah.
next set in 2024.
Okay. Well,
Okay, well, that's it.
okay.
Mixes up 10-2 now.
How did Propeller lose that?
Probably didn't draw the right cards, I'm
I
assuming.
guess. Maybe what's this? I mean, what's in your what's in your hand, yeah, Hans? Okay, yeah, he had the swoop play to beat the light. Uh,
I
wait.
guess there's no play here.
The play would just to be. Oh, is there
I'm
really no
assuming
play in this hand?
I'm assuming yeah, there's no play in this hand. One play would be,
Do you just draw the block, I assume?
yeah, I'm assuming you just draw the block, right? Because otherwise the play would be the parry, the ultra. I'm assuming you just drew the block because it's the rightmost card, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you just parry the ultra and then
Wait, he has Pride Reserve. What's in discard?
not a whole lot actually, because you just reshuffled.
Uh, 7 force to go to range 4. I mean, that's a play too. Well, I assume he just draw block, right? You just drew
Yeah,
block, right?
yeah. Headwind was Mix's calling out.
Yeah, I guess he had no play. Awkward. Wait. Uh, yeah, weird. Maybe he just yeah, weird. Weird situation.
Whatever. 10-2. Next, GG go next. Hans
Christ.
only has to beat Sagat and Zangief 10 times.
Yeah, I guess good luck with that. Mm, how's it going? See
That was
that?
the that was the game of Exceed.
It was a game.
Yep.
Akuma versus Spectre was kind of like this, but this one was way worse.
Oh yeah. Great. I'm so happy that I got to witness this.
Way worse
I'd rather
because
I'd rather watch randoms
Vipers.
in the Breakfast Club, man.
Yeah. Like I'm sure, like surely this was not optimal Viper play, but he was trying to go for the funny checkmate.
Yeah, he almost got it.
Yeah, he just luckily for Mix Spectre, I mean, Propeller just drew nothing,
Yeah.
right? All he needed was just
Yeah.
draw one Saber or like just wins.
Hans claiming that he forgot the UA, i.e., the only thing that Viper has going for her.
Forgetting Viper's UA, interesting. Surely you
Yeah.
should. This is not the time to be forgetting character UAs when
Character
you're down
UAs. Yeah.
210. I mean, lose, quote unquote, lose to swoop. I mean, you could just throw it out and force.
So he's talking about like defend, assault, beating, swoop. I don't think that's what he's talking about.
They talk about like her soul lightly to swoop because swoop can just duck under.
Yeah, yeah,
But
but
it's
like,
not really a
oh
loss. It's not really
yeah,
a loss because Propeller spends 2 force to do it, right?
yeah, but Mix spends one, and that's too many. It's one too many.
One too many. Yeah.
Yeah, one too much force. Yeah. Anyway, are these guys gonna start a game? What's going on here? Fight? I always get hyped for fight gameplay. I love fight.
You love fight?
Yeah, I really have come to enjoy fight because the thing is, my early games always go so tragically, and I end up winning. But anyway, it's so
Or you just
hilarious.
scam them out with plus power?
Yeah, it's really hype to watch my fight because I lose like the first like 4 strikes. I'm always down like 10 to 25 or something. Have to make a ridiculous comeback. It's
Fi-
really fun.
It's fine. Fight has lightning gun, so he's never out.
Yeah, well,
Lightning gun's
that's the
so
thing.
dumb.
Yeah, no, fights. I mean, the only thing is he has no melee options until he has his ultras up, right? So
Yeah,
that's generally where I get beat up a lot.
yeah, his melee sucks.
Yeah,
Like his range 1 is
this
complete
matchup is
garbage.
horrible for fight. Uh,
No, because you have Electro Charge.
Electro Charge loses against face up crit low tiger shot for what it's worth, right? Unless you're exceeded.
It doesn't lose because it's 6 guard, right?
No, but if you crit and face up, it's 7 power.
Only if a Sagat's exceeded.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're assuming Sagat's gonna be exceeded at some point in this matchup, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's fair. I guess it's fair though.
It's not really. Yeah, you need Sagat to be exceeded and then crit low tiger, and assume that
Yeah,
fight's not exceeded to have enough power to and guard to hit back. Like it's not really a thing.
it'll be okay.
Yeah, this matchup seems fine for fight.
I like how Hans was like, this card beats this card in specific ranges, and Mix was like, oh yeah, how about the entire range of the card, i.e.
Yeah,
the range that it hits.
yeah. Well, at range 6 it loses. Okay. Well, at range 6 you have Electro. Or well, Railgun is a thing.
Railgun's Railgun's not a thing. Railgun could be a thing.
I've seen Chica land it.
I tried landing it before I lost me the game,
Mm,
so there's the turn one prep.
typical.
Face up low tiger, or face up regular tiger, excuse me.
Typical. All right. Here's the
5 speed. So we'll beat the speed
Electro.
tie with explosive. Yeah, you need electro. It wouldn't be EX explosive, it would just be one explosive.
Well, I mean, I guess like he wins as in he's happy that both explosive shots are down. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he's not talking about electro. I used to talk about explosive shot. Weird.
Okay, is Hans the type of guy to keep Electro in his hand? No,
You
he's
know.
not.
No, mitigates a little bit of damage there. Actually, that kind of sucks losing focus. That doesn't hit.
Yeah, you just keep Electro Charge for this exact face-up play. But I guess he just never didn't get it.
Yeah, I didn't get it. We mulled 4, so there's a good
Yeah,
chance that he just mulled. I'm assuming he didn't mull it away.
yeah, he shouldn't.
It's a good chance he just didn't see it.
What's the boost on Electro Charge? Speed Shell? Oh, pretty good.
+1 speed after retreat 1, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, speed shell, exactly. Surprised we didn't see like a power jump or anything. Get to a better range than
Explosive
this.
shot, cross. Okay, now Sagat wins.
And Scott has
Okay.
yep. Oh, there's 6. Scott
Tiger.
going for the loop here at range 4.
Down a dive, down explosive shot.
Yeah.
Not good.
Where's that power jump boost, man?
Time to play power jump if you have it.
Yeah, where's that
It's key charge. The movement.
yeah, it's so good, man. That boost is so good.
Oh, it's crazy. With the range 3.
Especially because that card is so garbo, but technically it does beat sweep. Technically.
Power
Beats focus too, actually.
a power jump is a slow beater.
Yeah, but it doesn't do any
It only
damage to him.
it does 2 damage.
It doesn't do any damage to him, and it loses to everything else, so good luck.
I mean, it doesn't matter, mix. No, it's on hit. It's on
It's on
hit.
hit?
Yeah. Yeah. The card's not good, right?
To be fair, who plays that card?
Oh.
Don't. Don't. Speaking of oops, here's the assault.
What's EX Assault doing in Mix's hand anyway?
I mean,
It's so
what?
random.
The better question is, what is it not doing in Hans's hand?
Yeah. But EX Assault did come out of nowhere. Like, did Mix specifically go for it in his opening hand? Or did he just happen to draw into it
I
instead?
don't know. I didn't see how many emote.
That's so weird. Just had it
Is
though.
it?
Well, I guess it's not too
Assaults
weird.
would be pretty good to keep, right? Just because you anticipate fights be closing in,
Yeah, I guess if you have EX Assault, then
and like
just
assault is
keep it.
kind of like it's just like +2 power assault is just so reliable, getting gauge early, etc., and
Yeah.
like getting some damage in as well. But, like if you have it, you might as well keep it.
EX Assault is just too good of a scam option.
And like on top of that, it has backstep as well.
Okay, we see fight, draw two, discard one.
Classic.
Yep.
Drops the retreating bolts. We don't probably don't need that yet.
Deadlock Boots is alright.
Not when you're down this much life. You need
No.
to win and not trade.
Cannot really afford to trade.
I barely boost that card. I
So,
boost it for like +3 power assaults. That's basically it. Massive. Now sweep catches cross.
well, okay. Dex massive. Fair.
What a good boost, man. Why'd they give this to Hawkman?
I don't know why they gave it to Hakumen.
Why'd they give it to Hawkman?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
I don't know. It's a little
It's
suspect.
it's one of the best free Ultra Boosts in existence. Like zero cost Ultra Boosts.
Uh,
Probably one of the best
Probably
ever.
is just one of the best ones.
And they just gave it to Hakumen because he needs it. Kappa.
What one's even better than that? The free ones? I can't even think of one.
Uh, like there's barely any. Like maybe Instant Helmeter, but that's
Probably
technically not
Lily.
free.
Lily has like +0 to 3 range, +1 speed, I think. That's pretty
Oh,
good.
but the season one doesn't count.
Lily doesn't count. Oh, terrifying.
Ooh, that's spicy for Mix.
Is it?
Yeah, because he's striking and spending cards. But
Oh,
ooh, eliminates a
those are
cross.
two bad pulls
An
for
ultra
fight
and a
there.
cross.
The LG too was lightning gun.
Yep.
Great. It's the least spiciest focus I've ever seen. Fight has to go for it here. Spends 2.
Yeah. Troll mix up with +2 power.
I feel like it's a sweep. Yeah.
Tiger, not bad. Good wild swing. Just gets 5 damage in.
Good wild swing. Unfortunately, fight only gets 2 gauge with 11 life. Also, did you just like that call out? It's like, I feel like this is a sweep from Hans.
That was pretty good, yeah. I mean, it's a power sweep. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
it makes sense, but man, Hans has got to step up his Yomi level. I'm just reading Yomi level 1 every single time. As we see Sagat exceed now. Now his dives become fun. Pretty sure is Hans down both? Surely Hans is not down both lightning guns already.
Well, Mick could play it.
Yeah, now he is. You have to spend force on this.
Well, technically he does it before he plays it. Oh, well, actually it's fine because it's face up.
That's fine.
It's face up.
Yeah.
So it does
No
six
gauge
six
for
power.
fight either. Lights, that is basically game. Yep.
Just preps, gonna eat a face up spike.
Yeah, almost assuredly.
I mean, you could prevent this from moving to range 1, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but I value the cards over winning the strike. What
I
if
mean,
Mix tries to? Oh, he just goes for crit. Crit my
Tiger.
Tiger. 7 power, 5 speed on curve. Both LGs down. Assault down as well. You could beat this with a like a. Oh no, you can't even beat with the retreating bolts either because it's Tiger. Sad. 5, 3 to 8, 7, 5. Not bad. With guard as well for some reason.
Well, I mean, it's guard because normally it's slow, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of on curve, but yeah,
Oh, that is.
takes nothing.
Yep. Back to range 4 now. It's not a place to be. I like that. Whatever the hell that was.
Yes, good boost.
No, I like how you discarded it first as like the
Oh,
action.
yeah.
Like discarded it. I was like, no, that's good boost. Very good boost. I love that boost. That boost is partially how I turned my early game deficits into actual wins.
Just get positional.
Yeah, just because it's guaranteed, so I can't screw it up, you know? So it's guaranteed, you can't screw it up.
I mean, yeah,
It's been
in most
show.
cases, it's just better to keep charge.
If only Fight had one more gauge left, or Fight needs to reshuffle. Get the threat of the LG back. Oh,
+4 speed, huh?
oh,
Oof.
that is that's gonna be difficult to deal with.
Normally, Swift Destruction is kind of a trap to boost, but not when,
Not here.
not here. Not here.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, makes sense. I like going, I like him going to range 1.
I mean, what else was he gonna do?
There's nothing else to do
Did he have any other
to
play? Like,
contest it.
no, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best way to contest it, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's necessary. He did it. I mean, the most the god can do here is like face up sweep, face up. I mean, low step kick is so low reward. Yep, face up sweep, best could do. Oh no, he just had to. Oh,
Oh,
block?
that's something.
Okay.
That's gauge number 3. That's gauge number 3.
Yep,
Puts the sweep in discard for the +2 speed later.
just
That's
take one.
explosive shot. Hmm.
Close the shot. All right, takes no damage
Blocks
again.
all of it. I don't know if I like that. I feel like you should have just taken the 1 and then turned that force into 2 power later.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
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 just
yeah.
because for a fight especially, like or turn into 1 power later. Just because for fight, that's actually like a thing you can do. Like reliably turn force into damage, right?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I would have taken the 1 there though, for sure.
Yeah, most likely I would do the same.
It's probably an
Just because so
exceed.
inefficient, right?
I don't know why the explosive shot was dropped because I feel like you exceed. You play a light and you play one of the movement boosts that puts you in range 3.
Right, and then you set up for it and ignore armor,
Yeah, and
free
then you like
explosive shot.
force the god to move.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have it.
So there's the light. Oh, you're just going for +2/+2 at range 1. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
massive answers this cleanly.
Yeah.
Good boost.
Good boost. This
Can't
man needs
cross
to
out.
reshuffle.
Can't stun him.
This man needs to reshuffle. He ran out of time. He had too many things to do. What is that? Is that a hard cast of a Moth Orb? Moth Orb
That is
doesn't even
hard
work.
cast.
This guy doesn't even have one. This guy has 1 card left on top of his deck. He realizes that he's gonna like basically what happens when Mix strikes next turn? Moth Orb gets no value.
Yeah, he has no force. He
Yeah.
has no force to spend. Right?
He's prepping. Nice.
Oh, a mix just prepped?
And
Okay,
then he's
of
just gonna read
course.
the grasp.
Oh, yeah.
Although,
Oh, reading grass doesn't really do
if you
anything.
read grass, you have to have like a tiger knee or something, right? Because the grass would be 8 power.
Yeah, it would be.
So maybe that's not worth it. Oh, Mix just gets out. Okay.
Interesting.
What was that hand?
Grass.
Oh, there was an ignore guard ultra grasp. The third card was electrocharge. Okay, so
Yeah, not.
what card did Hans top deck? I guess is the question because he's not striking with one of those.
Nope. Absolutely not. Yeah,
Losing.
why didn't Mix just strike him with Morph up when he had no force? It's kind of weird.
Boosting
Explore.
Explore, getting rid of the range one option. Okay,
Okay,
now
now he corrected
now
it.
retaining the range one option. Yeah, I was about to say.
So this reads hit gain 10 bajillion gauge. Oh.
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
Uh,
Well, well, Hans, nice setup. Um, maybe you should have cashed out earlier. Uh,
well, you can't just go to one. I guess can't go to one or three. You gotta go to two. It's like the Hawkman problem, right? When you're up against the Astral, you can't go to one. You can't go to three.
yeah.
Two is acceptable, and four is acceptable. Is this game over? Yeah, this game's over, right?
It's game over.
It's game over because there's no gauge for lightning on.
Yeah, you can't scam him with lightning on.
No, it's not a scam, man. That's how I win. It's not a scam.
He needs it.
It's a little bit of a scam. He needs it. He needs it, man.
He needs a 1 to 3 8 6.
Yeah, but that's for 2 gauge and 3 force and an ultra. So it's 2 gauge and 5 force. That's really expensive
I guess.
for a 1 to 3 8 6. You might as well be playing Turtle House and have a 1 to 3 13 5 for 5 gauge at that point.
Well, what does he do now? Yeah, too bad Hans forgot that Sagat has action compression with quick
Yeah,
backdash. Whoopsies.
I forgot it too. To be fair,
Don't forget this boost, guys, because it's really good.
yeah, Sagat has it and Bison has. Why does Bison have it? I guess because Bison
It's
loves
range
range
3,
three.
because you range 3, man. Exactly.
Yeah,
Both characters that have the boost need it. Unironically, they need it.
unironically, yeah,
Like,
maybe.
this is not like a meme where I'm saying they need it, but they don't need it.
Why does this card say regain your action? What does that mean?
It's old terminology,
Is
outdated
it
terminology. Yeah.
regain your action? It's like a bartering chip that you go to the store with.
You get back your action token.
Yeah. You go to you go to the bank, you go to the teller. It's like I like one action, please. I don't like the regain your action terminology very much.
Yeah, it was a thing that was in season 3, but no longer.
I see.
Now it's just taking our action on everything. Prepped, obviously.
I don't remember. Well, if he preps, does he just die to a dive? Yeah. Well, there's a dive. Okay,
It's okay,
has
he's
a
just a
block.
block. He'll block. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Drops the LG. That's the win con. Go on.
It's okay, he'll draw the other like LG, and he'll just prep again.
Okay, Italy. Okay, I believe you. And known. That's huge.
Does he have any reading targets even?
Reading
Maybe
targets. I'm sure he has a reading target in there. Oh, yeah, there's some cross in there.
he could recross into
Read cross played
Electrocharge.
anything. Yeah, play electric charge. And then lose the game off the tiger shot, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, the other thing is like read cross play like up 7, like 6 damage grasp or something.
Yeah,
Which is like fine.
you take
Or you can
those.
play like you can play like a 5 damage retreating bolts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Put you at range 3 as well, which could be favorable.
If you have to recross something, you should probably just do it now because Sagat face up cross or it's just good.
Scott will probably just face up EX Grasp as well.
Yeah, that's I mean that goes for lethal, yeah.
Depending on how many focuses are left, or force out of focus. So you can't get red later.
Yeah.
Although you can't really do that against that's actually how you lose against fight, is by taking suboptimal trades like that.
Oh yeah, because then you
That's at least how I scam out wins this fight. Because I convince players to go for like 5 or 8 trades and then I end up winning.
right. Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
That's how
yeah.
you
Because you
lose.
just
That's
you
how you
just
lose
like
against fight.
oh, you
Yeah.
just please poke against me and then you just do like
Yeah,
a
that's not
7 or 8
that's not
damage
the
sweep
play.
back. Yeah.
That's not the play. That's not the play.
Okay, Hans prep and discard 1. Okay.
Okay.
There's the
You'd
retreat
love to see it.
bolts. Okay.
Is he just gonna that's sort of quick backdash something?
Quick backdash. What? Low
Quick
step kick?
backdash crit low. I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot. Crit low step kick is 3 damage.
Yeah, but
And then you cross out later.
yeah, that's something. Sequence.
It's a sequence. It's a sequence, yeah.
Or you could just like you said, did do the EX grass now. Or just one grasp.
Or you can actually just boost fierce, even depending on how many grass are left for fight.
Or maybe even terrifying. Terrifying strike face up. There's a few things you could do here.
Depending on what's discarded, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. There's a few sequences. I don't know which one's better. I think fights down both blocks, right? This is probably game over.
Fight's on one block at least. I don't know if it's both.
Time
I
to
don't think it's
check.
both actually. I don't think it's both. I don't know, man. You
Okay,
need
he's
your
down one.
card tracker. You need your card tracker, man. Oh, we're going for the terrifying play, by the way.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense to me. Doesn't need LTS. LTS kind of sucks.
Dive, who cares? Real gun, who cares?
2 force down the drain.
3. Yeah.
3 force. He's gonna face up cross or EX grasp or something.
Face up EX Grasp.
Get
Looks
him.
like, yeah.
Okay, terrifying to try and eliminate armor options. Didn't get them, but
Didn't get that one for it anyway.
maybe Hans simply doesn't have it in hand.
Well, dropping the Ultra is kind of sad because now you can't +3 boost it reliably.
No.
I mean, you can, but okay. Has EX Focus. Spends 1.
1,
Spends
2,
2.
2.
Spends 2. Okay.
So it takes
So you
6.
6 power. You take 5.
Sagat takes 6, and then
Wait, did I thought Hans only double boosted? Should take only 5, right?
he spent 2
Dude,
force.
he spent 2 force. Yeah, so it should be 5 damage,
Well,
not 6,
because
right?
he EX
Oh,
focus.
he EX it. EX. Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. Wait, why did he EX it? Just for the 1 extra armor? Does it matter?
Like maybe yeah, does she need the reading to punish cross? Maybe I'm not sure.
Or that, or you just need the armor later, right?
Yeah, 2. Yeah,
You need the 1 extra armor later. Maybe you don't, because it's Sagat, and Sagat just plays face up stuff anyway. So
goes to range 3.
what if Sagat just actually
Just
there's no
preps.
need. I was about to say like, what if Sagat just strikes with cross? There's no need to, but it'd be
Oh,
funny.
just you could just win with Tiger Cannon.
Yeah, it just needs to draw it.
He just
Oh
prepped,
my god,
so
it's billing gauge for Sagat. There's a lot of gauge.
indeed. Face up Tiger Cannon. Oh, face up Tiger Destruction. Yeah.
The other one. 186, not bad. That's game probably. Yep.
Well,
11 to 2.
looks like this is gonna be a wrap, boys. It's okay. We know the next character is gonna be Zangief.
Just had to run it back, win 10 straight games against the Geef.
Yes, that's it.
Okay,
Eh,
yeah, sure.
Maybe we could start with like playing like Enchanter or something to annoy Zangief,
I
maybe.
think these guys believe that Polar is favored. Yeah.
Oh, well, you had the read on them.
Yeah. No, I was prepared. I was prepared to cast this, but they wanted to start like a day before I was available. So I mean, and then by the time I came around to see the gameplay, I wasn't exactly convinced to. I asked him at the start, like, will I see good gameplay? And
Okay, the burden's on me.
I wasn't really 100% convinced after some of these games, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Suboptimal. Uh, but
It's it's not even fun, man, to watch in a lot of cases.
yeah, there's suboptimal and fun, and suboptimal and not fun, right?
Yeah, I think we probably don't give them enough credit on how boring it is, but still,
I mean,
it's just
there are
that when
cases
when you play
where
so
their
passively,
playstyle, yeah,
it's like when you play so passively, like the times you don't make the active plays, they really stand out. I think
right.
I saw a game of Zangief today, where the Zangief player uh dropped both SPDs in the first like 10 cards.
Oh, well, yeah, getting rid of your range one. Oh yeah, it was against Hager, right? Getting one
Yes,
of
it was
your,
against Tager. Yeah,
getting
the
one,
man that only has a billion armor.
yeah, getting
I
rid
think
of
Chica
both
got like
INGs.
14. He got like 14 effective armor that game with 0 blocks.
Yeah, good.
He
Yeah,
played both heavies. He played a Voltic Charge. I know he got full value out of those. I think he played 2 Crimson Punishers and got value out of one of them.
you're literally
So I think that's literally 14 effective armor.
boosting heavy is literally a mistake against Zangief unless he's foolish enough to drop both pile
Plus
drivers.
SPD's down. Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's a misplay, but
that was definitely maybe it's the person's first time on Zangief. I don't know.
fair.
I don't know. They look like a new player. I didn't recognize their name.
But yeah,
It's
no,
like
I
Jin
give
Rin or
Jin.
something.
Yeah.
Jin Rin. I don't know who that is.
All right, maybe I give, yeah, I probably give Mix and Hans too much flack. Like, there's characters where their passive playstyle really shines, but like, I think for characters that cannot afford to just sit back and
Speaking
just
of,
prep,
key charge turn one.
yeah, that's the classic. Just like in characters where their passive playstyle doesn't work out, it kind of shows, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
It
Mix and
doesn't
Hans
show
are
all
good
it doesn't show all
players,
the
but
time. It just shows in like 10% of the plays. But in those 10% of the plays, it looks really bad.
right, yeah. Like, it's like you watch like a really passive play, and then the opponent initiates something, and then it just loses cleanly. It's just like, well, they could have probably done something to prevent this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it stands out. You're right.
It stands out, yeah. Well, we're at range 4. We're looking at Fierce. We also really don't care about this game because there are like 10 more to go after this. We also really don't care, yeah.
I mean, if Mix
Especially if both players think this matchup is polar favored, which I think they do.
boosting light,
The light at
light,
range 4.
light dive.
Fun. And there's nothing else, right? Zangief.
You just play your polar plow for 7 damage.
Oh, I can't wait for the
Crit.
the reach spike next turn from Zangief. Just catch him. Hans is confused, by the way. Hans like, what is this strike?
Yeah, good. Just use polar plow. Yep, exactly. Well, I guess it gives it turn to Zangief at range 1.
With 2 gauge.
Yeah, maybe that's. I mean, that's what
That's an
Mix was
interesting
looking
spot
for.
for a nice spike. That's like super telegraphing the grasp, right? No, there's a billion cards that can telegraph. It's polar.
Yeah, grasp and shovel slam. Wait, no.
No, Shell Slam No, not shovel slam.
Uh, it's just grass, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Put it behind him.
I don't know. The thing is, usually I'm the one playing polar, so like I don't have to worry about facing polar setups. I just kind of have to worry about making them.
Yeah, make the opponent headache over his 10 million
Yeah,
text. Yeah.
exactly. I'm not used to having to analyze it.
Okay.
I just heard a prepare action, so I'm assuming that's what happened.
Yeah,
Good.
of course. 'Cause of course. Polar smartly moves us to range 2 since, well, he has the chance.
So why did he put his ice spike there?
I don't know, actually.
Is it assault? Yeah. Or it's a stomp. The
Yep,
zero damage stomp.
I don't know.
Zero damage stomp, push 2, and put an ice spike on wherever Zangief lands.
Crit strike. Mix, please. Please.
This is as good as it's gonna get.
Please. Don't boost. Don't prep. Discard
He can't
1.
prep. He's got 6 cards in hand.
They they
Well,
they
I
prep.
say
Oh,
that,
they
but
overdraw
I
all the
say
time.
that. No
Crit
strike.
strike.
Look. He moused over the. Oh, never mind. Look. He's mousing over the gauge.
Play a mix
No,
up
wait.
that's favorable
What
for
if Mix
you.
just succeeds and then just like key charges next turn? No, going for it. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Offense. Oh,
Yes,
and that
stun
gets
him.
stunned. That gets
Yes.
stunned.
There we go. That's how you play Sigi. Nice.
Yes. He knows. He knows how to play the Zangief.
Yeah, Crit Power Bomb is one of the most freest cards in range 1. It's like, are you really expecting the opponent to dive?
Well, at this position where you can't cross out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
When you have long slide behind you, yeah. Oh, okay. What?
Polar Knight losing Polar Plows was pretty huge as well. Prep,
Yeah.
prep. Yeah.
I did not expect to see the drop of shovel charge to move to range 2.
It's because Shattering Stop is so good.
Yeah, and on top of that, you have dashing through as a boost. Like that just exists. Maybe it doesn't have it. Probably doesn't have it, but that's sad more than anything else, I guess.
The Geep Cross. Cute. I mean, he's down both Polar Plows, so
Yeah,
Polar also has nothing.
yeah,
That's the
exactly.
thing.
Well, the only thing he would have is icicle drop, but no ice
Yeah.
spike there.
Yeah,
No gauge
so
either.
unfortunate wall swing from Hans.
Oh, he
However,
wants on sweep.
he wall swung the Polar Plow times
Oh,
2.
you got the polar pot earlier. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we like both down very early.
Now Zangief gets the pole.
Right. Makes sense. Gets the suction.
Yep. Which is weird because that was not in 4. That was in 5, I'm pretty sure.
Very SBD.
Yep. Oh, you know how I know that they think that Polar Geef is Polar favored? Because they
Why?
told me when I was playing Polar into someone's Geef. They were like, "Oh yeah, this is super Polar favorite." I was like, "Well, how did I know this random piece of knowledge?" No, because they told me that
Oh.
they thought that because they were watching my Polar. Not that they like came to that conclusion because they were watching my Polar. They just like came to that conclusion independently, and they were like, "Oh, why are you playing this super unfair matchup for Geef?" I'm like, I didn't know. I just picked Polar.
It doesn't feel unfair, super unfair for Geef, does it?
Well, probably that's just because we saw that one crit strike go in the way of.
Yeah, but
Nothing
like,
much has really happened, to be fair, in the game. Not like Polar's really gotten going or anything.
yeah, but like, I mean, the fact that you have an SPD makes it so that you should be fighting against Polar, who has a bunch of armor, right? Like, am I wrong?
Uh,
Just the option alone.
Polar doesn't have a bunch of armor. He's just not one ultra.
Use the Ultra Block, and yeah, the Ultra Block.
But the ultra block is like, it's a good card, but it's far from Polar's identity.
Fair.
Like, Polar's identity is just big red number, right? With like positioning issues.
Yeah.
Not issues, more like positioning like problems to solve. Right? It's not like Polar's identity is not that one card, whatever is Snow Slash. I barely use that card. Like I only use it when I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Card's pretty good, but I guess it's a little overrated.
It's good. It's very good. I think yeah, it's slightly overrated, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like an insane ultra, and like I think almost every character would be happy to have it, but
Yeah, it's a good, really
it's
good
not
panic
that
button.
it's not how Polar wins either. Polar wins with big red numbers.
I'm just trying to think. I mean, I guess Stomp existing is annoying for the Geef.
Oh, you're thinking as to why?
Why Polar's
Um,
favorite? I mean Polar's red
there's a
numbers,
lot
but
of Polar's has a lot of pusher pull, like a lot. I don't get this initiation for Mix.
Banishing Flat.
I don't get it.
It's a little
Like, just like why? I guess is my question. Like Mix is like this guy does not strike most of the time, even though he should sometimes. And yeah, he strikes there with a banishing flat. Why?
Banishing Flat's okay there. It kind of just
But it's
wins
just a
for.
very nothing move. I feel like
It gets into range one.
it
It doesn't let them
does.
dive out. It's fine. I think it's okay for position. Yeah, that's the block that
Pairs the ultra. Yeah,
yeah.
pairs the ultra. That ultra also has push on it, by the way.
Oh
So good against Geef. Yeah.
yeah, a block with push.
Yeah, there's a lot of push or pull on this kit.
Yeah, I guess Polar's pushing and stuff is really annoying. Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah,
probably it's probably the push or pull and the big red number.
both combined makes it
Yeah,
annoying for Geef.
that's what
Fair.
that's what I expect it to be. It's a reading.
Hopefully, just reading hits.
So it's just gonna be a reading spike.
Well, I mean, a good player would not
Just
keep
kidding. We're not reading that anymore.
icicle drop time.
But why?
10 damage, advances up to 3. Oh, he had it. What? Oh,
He reads the spike. It's
ah,
this card, which is 7.
ouch. He does metaphors, but yeah, pretty
Yeah.
good. Oh, did you know that icicle drop randomly has after advance up to 3 for no reason?
I did know that. I
Did
did
you?
know that. I
Like
did
what?
know that. Yeah, I did.
Does
I
he?
did know that.
Why does he have? Why does it have to after advance?
I
Does
don't.
he
I
need
don't
it?
know why he has it. I don't know why he has it. But you know he does. He does. No, I actually did know that one.
Oh, real Pona expert here.
Yeah, I know. Real poor, I mean.
I just found it out the other day. I'm like, why? There's so much shit he just doesn't need.
Yeah. Also, if you look at that art, Polar Knight looks like he's like 4'10" or something.
Oh yeah. What is
On that icicle drop art, yeah, look, he looks so short compared to a shovel. Short king.
this is just? I think it's because it's of his proportions.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Looks like a dwarf.
I think he is a dwarf. I don't know. I've never played the game before, but he really looks like one, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah,
That card really accentuates it, though.
true.
Because I can tell you, like, I'm not the tallest guy out there. The shovel does not look that small in my hands when I shovel the driveway. I,
With another
Another
strike.
strike from Mix at range 2. Probably assault, especially after
It's like
Hans
a
drops
slow
EX
assault mix-up.
assault. Yeah, you still have that assault like give 135. You also have stomp as well.
I mean, it's gonna be anti-stomp or just disrespect stomp.
Oh,
Okay,
just the focus.
yeah. I kind of expected this. Doesn't want to lose
Cute,
to stomp.
cute.
I guess you kind of have to against Polar. Bait out stuff.
There's the rebuild.
Just CC with. Oh, okay. He's removing that one.
Technically, he did that in the wrong order. He should have removed the ice spike, then drawn a card, then added it to gauge, and then drawn for end of turn.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
All right.
ridiculous.
Both Snow Slash down. But no more blocks for Geef. The problem with using blocks with parry Snow Slash is that you both lose 2 blocks, but Polar still has 2 more.
Or so two more, yeah.
Yeah. And the other one doesn't cost him gauge.
But the thing is, Polar is probably using his blocks on parry SPD.
Oh yeah, he did use one.
Because that's extremely scary. Yeah.
Mhm. Right, boosting the fears, telegraphing the GP.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
DP still does 0 damage here, by the way. There's no way you can do multiple. So
DP still does 0.
yeah, there's no way you can put him on an ice spike.
Oh, but he boosted fears.
Oh yeah, true, true.
You can initiate DP here and just force Skeef to and just hit it with it. I mean, but then I guess Skeef wants to. I guess Skeef boosted the light to bait out the. Well, I guess if Hans passes, then he gets a free assault in. That's the thing.
Yeah, something like that.
That's the idea.
Okay, roll for reading here.
Reading number 2.
Successful.
2 for 2.
It's this card again.
Oh, huge! He might get his first win here. Wait, it only does 5. Oh, he's actually fierce. Never mind, I'm stupid.
Yeah, there's the fears.
Why did he push him 1?
Range
Oh,
3.
I see. And then the ice spike adjacent. Ah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
and the ice spike comes back.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. Adjacent, yeah, because, God.
What is this? You're learning new polar tricks. It's like standard polar play.
Remove the ice spike to push, put it
Yep.
in range 2, and also put it in range 1.
It comes back anyway.
Ah.
Yep.
God,
Exactly.
Polar's so unbelievably forgiving.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah, he
autocorrects
is.
everything.
He is. He is. I'll say that much.
Okay, I do like that.
On the ice spike.
Well, yeah, on the ice spike, but plus 2 armor helps. Well, he's only at 3 HP. It's trouble.
I want to see the icicle drop come out. Oh, he's setting up for it. He's setting up for a 1,000%.
Oh, he is.
The icicle drop 1,000% coming out here. Yeah. Now you can't cross out of it.
Yep, that's funny.
It's so immune.
That's funny. And Geef is out of blocks, so he'll just eat it.
Yeah. Geef has to leave. Geef came into the wrong neighborhood.
I guess I never realized how strong corner camping Polar is against Geef.
Yeah.
So like lame, but it makes sense. Like what can he do?
Just sit here, don't get evicted. That's it.
Yeah, I think,
There's like a homeless person commentary there somewhere, but I don't think we'll touch that.
yeah.
It's there though. It's there. All right, how's Mix gonna get out of this icicle drop?
It's tough.
He's gotta leave.
Is leaving the only option? It's kind of
He's
sad, but
gotta
maybe
he's gotta leave. He's gotta leave. He's gotta book it.
book in a range where they both can't do anything, and then they both like
Or
prep,
he can just
and
like
then
book it to range 2 and strike with cross. But yeah, he just can't stay here, basically.
yeah.
Not with this setup of ice spikes behind him. Not with the carpet, the red carpet.
Yeah, the problem is Geef leaves, and then Polar probably tries and digs for his Polar plows back, and then
He reshuffle. He only has one card left in his deck anyway.
yeah, tough situation.
Well, he has to leave and then pray that blocks near the top of his deck. So he's got to leave and reshuffle,
Yeah,
and then just pray. Basically, that's all he can do.
does Geef have any readings? I
I'm
think he
pretty sure he
used
played both
no, he used both.
focuses.
Yeah,
Yeah, not available. I didn't realize his life total was so Or the life differential was so exaggerated until recently.
Yeah, man. Reading
The
into 7
two
damage, reading to
the
7
two shovel
damage.
slams, yeah, basically.
Well, reading's almost like reading's broken.
Yeah, almost.
Makes taking long and hard because his amount of plays is.
Usually has no outs, yeah.
Yeah.
Besides like what we described, yeah.
Wait,
I
plus.
do have to leave in like 5 minutes, so hopefully they figure this out soon.
Yeah. Well, at least if Mix loses this, he doesn't have to play this matchup anymore.
Yeah, that is true.
Maybe he's go against someone like Propeller and Enchanters will also probably annoy him. Propeller, Enchantress. What else? Fight, maybe? I don't know. Fight.
I mean, eventually someone's gonna lose his Zangief, right?
Yeah,
Like Zangief's too good of a character.
maybe like Treasure or
Treasure's a bunch
King.
of armor.
Those that are like station not too mobile, they'll
Yeah, but
they'll
King is
get
a
you
bunch
to
of
McGee.
speed.
He does have a bunch of speed though, yeah. Oh, reading crit. Oh, uh,
Okay.
uh-oh. That's a that hits for 7. Uh-oh.
Yep. Yep.
Good old reading. When you have no plays, what,
Just
just read.
just
Wait,
read.
thick skin. Wait, he got rid of Pile Driver?
Uh he doesn't need Pile Driver to win this game, right? Shovel I still drop only has 2 armor, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I guess yeah, never mind. He has
So
plus
just
3
like
power.
crit grass beats this, right?
Yeah, true.
Can't really go for that setup anymore, unfortunately. If you're polar, you gotta find a better way to win.
Yep. Now it's too low life to go for it. Unfortunate.
Is it gonna be a move action? Or change cards?
Change cards.
CC5, I think. CC4, drawing 5, maybe? Yeah.
I mean, drop both Pile Drivers, so just get block. Just draw block. Lol.
Yeah, it's that simple. It is that simple.
Just draw block or Snow Slash, which is, I mean, you have 4 copies of block, so you should be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Keeps
Maybe.
3 gauge instead of 2. Still wants to threaten that icicle drop that he's now shown. Oh,
What's going on?
what's happening?
Oh.
He didn't shuffle.
Okay, didn't shuffle, yeah. Alright, we trust the players.
I don't care, man. It's 11-2.
Yeah. The question is, does Mix just go for it? Just try and kill him right here, right now.
It's gotta be now or never, right?
Probably. You have many opportunities left.
Yeah.
I don't get why he boosts. I mean, you still want spinning Pile Driver as. I mean, now you kind of. I mean, the plus 2
You
armor's
just
not
kind of
really.
like lose it from your mix up, which is sad.
Yeah, you lose the mix up since now Hans can just auto mash block if you drew it.
Yeah.
And the plus 2 armor's not going to do anything for you at 3 HP. It's so weird.
+2 armor is only gonna matter if you do like a focus to grasp, yeah. But I don't know why you do that, so.
Yeah. I don't know.
Unless there's like a double lariat play coming our way. And then the armor actually does matter or something.
4 armor. Cannot move. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean 3 armor against 5 damage, so you take 2 and then you'd hit back.
Yeah.
Can't be pushed either.
There he's going for it.
Yep.
The game might end right here, right now. Oh, still slash.
It's the ultra. It is double lariat. Also dodges this, right?
Oh. Okay. Smart. This is like the beat fast, beat slow mix up.
It just loses like weird things like sweep, right?
Wait, it does?
Double air, yeah, loses to sweep. Oh no, speed two. I thought
Yeah, that's what I'm
speed
saying.
one.
It beats fast and beats slows, right? That's
Yeah,
kind of the deal here.
you see like a speed three or something. Huh? I thought it was speed one. I thought it was like exactly like focus, but it's not.
Okay, I understand. I get it now. Huh. That's kind of funny.
Huh. Well, that was too big brain for me, so I actually have to go because they didn't finish their game.
No, it's gonna end. It's gonna end.
I know, right? An actual. Well, why did this guy shuffle his discard, man? All right, you know what? If this guy strikes immediately, then I'll stay.
Why?
SWAT's like something. Oh.
Gauge, gauge. Yep. And Geef is out of assaults, so I surely, yeah, he reshuffles.
Reshuffle.
Yeah.
Can someone just win? All right, 2 more minutes. If no one wins in 2 minutes, I'm calling it. Man, this was an actually hype game too.
That was interesting. They're like both
Yeah,
like sluggy at each other. I mean, yeah,
someone just play
relatively.
assault. Someone just play assault.
Polar, you do an assault, right? Play it and win.
Oh, just play dive. Who cares, man? Just play dive.
You could be saucy.
Oh,
Prep,
oh,
discard.
drops the spike too. Drops multiple normals.
Wait,
Did not have
drop,
to drop that cross. Read the cross. Read the cross to win the game.
punish him. Do it.
Punish him.
Punish him for revealing that known information.
Oh my god, now Mix is looking through this discard. It's not even math, it's just counting.
Dude, can Hans just play Spike there and beats like the majority of what Geef will ever play?
Yeah, he can. Just loses like banishing flat is the problem. Uh...
Dude, they love going for their guarantees, okay? They gotta get their guaranteed 100% strikes,
Oh
okay?
man, this is
There's
the
no
problem.
room
This is
for
the problem with
error.
Exceed as a game. And I don't blame them because I do the same thing. It's just the problem with Exceed as a game.
Yeah, fair, fair, fair.
And now they actually have to think just like 30 seconds later.
Yeah, they delayed the thinking a bit by prepping, boosting light attacking, and now they had to think. Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the assault, man? No assaults?
Okay,
Oh, it's happening.
the reach.
I want, yeah,
Reach
reach.
spike.
That's exactly what I want to see. Oh, oh, yes, he's done it.
Good. You did it.
He's done it. Oh, okay, good. Didn't matter. All right. You have fun casting the rest of this. I'm gonna go leave. Bye.
Okay, I will. See ya.
Will you? Will
Uh,
you?
maybe. Yeah,
Exactly. All right, later.
later. Oh, well, he's gone. Sleepat's gone. And now it's just me. Well, finally Hans took one. And that just needs 9 more to go. The full run back. Can the whole of Shovel Knights beat Zangief? I got time for like 1 or 2 more. I gotta call it quits. Give me my salad. Okay, what did I miss? All right. Well, actually, I was watching. I was eating. Looks like a few things happened. Zengi finally gets in, kind of, somewhat. Drops spinning pile driver because he overdrew. But I guess he just needs one. Just needs once to win. Well, banishing flat. Good card. Good way for Geef to get hit and get in Enchantress's face. But now he can crit strike. Crit wall swing. Mm, against a Spiral Orb. Well, not the most ideal wall swing, but at least Geef gets a hit in. We'll trade. We'll take. Enchantress will take 2 damage. Geef will take 4. And now it is Enchantress's turn. Correct to put Enchantress in the corner so that she's not alongside the board. Right. Uh, Enchantress boosting Fierce. Just think threatening. Cannot play Homing Orb here. So maybe she has something like. Oh, Shattering Scream is pretty reliable. Maybe Shattering Scream. 8 damage Shattering Scream. Okay. Boosted speed there. Okay, discard. Draw 2 and strike. Okay. Interesting boost. I see Firewave played so much. I haven't really seen this boost. Allows her to sculpt their hand and then strike. Alright. Defensive Assault makes sense, but we'll trade poorly against the Shattering Scream. But Geef is a range 1, so you can make up for it. Not sure why she needed to boost Light before. Okay, Geef key charges, and then gives Enchantress a chance to run away. But Geef does have Exceed mode, so he can. Why did. Okay, they're playing so fast. Hans turned the cross face up, even though Zangief just drew from. Just overdrew. That was weird. Yeah, Zangief was drawing a card with discarding die from overdrawing, and then Chacha just flipped cross face up anyway. I mean, it was the most obvious cross in the world, but still. And now Zangief is holding. Why are you trying to play dive? It's not gonna work. And oh. Geef is prepping now. But why? To land the ultimate atomic buster to destroy his own hand? Then Chacha will do this. And draws 3 cards. Interesting. Doesn't want to discard. Wants to just draw a moderate amount of cards instead of discarding the one in her hand. Maybe the one in hand is pretty important. Okay. gets in. Geef has a ton of resources now. Has some ways to cash in. He can exceed. He can atomic bust. Cyber Blizzard is no longer a thing. He already uses both jump ins. Enchantress needs one more gauge to exceed. And I'm stuck in an awkward situation right now. Oh, I just prepped drawing one. And then strike immediately. Crit flying power bomb. Yeah, the homing orb was pretty obvious. And now Geef is in her face. Ooh. Crit EX Atomic Buster kills. Go for it? It's 12 damage. Many chances, no blocks. Yo, that would be hype, actually. We haven't seen single Atomic Buster yet, have we? No, maybe you already boosted it for super armor. Now I'm curious. Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. Let's not do it. Eat assault. No go. Could be Atomic Buster. It's probably SPD, right? Oh, never mind. It's Atomic Buster. Nice. All right, 12 damage incoming. This is actually a great play because, not so great, but Enchantress does have to block it, so therefore she cannot flip. Han says, huh. But the Atomic Buster is pretty. I saw it coming from a mile away with 10 million gauge. Wait, doesn't the block go to gauge? Yes. Alright, well, Keith has no more hand, but Enchantress can no longer flip, so therefore he's okay. Keith has the luxury to crit wall swing if he needs to. I think Keith has some options rage 1. I think EX. Oh, it's an EX flying charge. Unlucky. Okay, Strike again, makes sense. Focus also makes sense. Doesn't want to get pushed. Mitigates damage. Spend a force for Fire Wave. Okay. Fortunately, the spinning pop atomic buster getting blocked there was not that great. Mix only has 3 cards left. Probably has like green hand or something. Oh, Judge just does a Chatch's prep. Oh, he has the. Oh, I see. Crit atomic suplex to go in her face to dodge in case. Judge probably doesn't have many fireballs left. She maybe only has like one, maybe one fire wave. Let's see. Mm, Chatches prep again. Keep CCing a bunch. If he gets a block here, it's pretty happy. Blocker focus. Okay. Goes to range 7. Makes sense. Does have rapid beam. That's the thing. Rapid deep beam does 6 damage. This is still totally winnable for Geef. Just need to tank a couple hits, and then once he gets in, he can wreck face. And Geef at range 3. Tetris has low amount of options left. Okay. Assault to block. Hans keeps looking at his deck. Not tournament legal. Kind of a poor decision whether MiX wants to pitch anything, but he probably should. 4 health is significant compared to 2. Alright. Enchantress does a full Magic Dukes flip. Good for her. Now can get a full grip and gets a full grip every turn. Keep tossing away double area from Gage. Probably just needs 1. Makes sense. Dark Strafe, probably move far away. I'm surprised Skeef did not crit strike, but maybe, I mean, it does not have enough. 8 damage, that's not enough, I guess. I mean, 8 HP is not, it's too much to go through. Okay, Enchantress just draws 1 for end of turn. In case you guys didn't know, Enchantress Exceed side draws 1 end of turn or draws till 7. She can choose either or. In this case, Enchantress just wants to draw 1. There are reasons to only want to draw 1. You don't want to get red, you don't want to... Yeah. Okay, Geef moving to range 4 and Enchantress striking. Geef does have crits bashing flat. So it plays EX focus. Okay, it takes no damage, but pretty big loss. Maybe only need to play 1 focus. Save the other for a reading or just a more 2 armor. Okay, draws to 7. No longer has to worry about Geef reading. Yeah, I wonder if the EX focus is correct. I mean, boosting light is whatever, but Attack could just play a slow 2 bait out dive, right? and both dive and all of Geef's stuff closes. I wonder what the right thing to do is just enchant to strike. Most likely. It's not like you need any more slows against Geef. I mean, it's not like you need a bunch of slows against Geef. Parry block. Interesting. No block. Does Enchantress have no slow to punish a speed 6 dive? Because any slow would just kill here. Zangief only has 4 HP. Okay, CC's everything. All the normals. Still has the light boosted. Enchantress still can just play a slow to bait out a dive and kill him. Am I missing something here? Why didn't she just, like, maybe she doesn't have it? No sweeps, focuses. Text the lights. Oh, Zangief does have opportunity to. Well, Zangief dropping both focuses could prove to bite him. Like a big reading here could help him win. I do not know if the EX was necessary. Maybe Mix could do raise 3. Chandra says, nope, I'm out of there. Oh, draws 3. Wow. Makes sense. Plenty of projectiles to strike with. Wait, she's got to discard down. Yeah, I'm stupid. Okay. Just want to dig through her deck to find what she wants. Geef only has 4 HP. I think this is. Has Geef reshuffled yet? Okay, I figured. It's looking kind of rough for Geef. I don't know. Can he scrape to get 8 HP? He's gotta deal 8 damage without 8 damage without taking more than 4. Probably tough. Hans was striking, but then went, wait, maybe not. Okay, just boost defend. Maybe Geef. Geef is running out of plays. Only 3 cards left. If he boosts Siberian Fortitude to get +2 armor and close 2, then Enchantress would just move away. I felt like Geef maybe had a couple opportunities to cash in earlier when range 1, but did not. Stuck in a bad spots. While these guys are checking the discards, I'm just gonna eat my salad. After careful deliberation. Ah, flying powerbomb. Wait, she can kind of just dodge wherever. Wait, she can advance, discard 2 cards to close 2, and then advance 4, right? Yeah. He flips with 1. Discard 2 cards to live. I mean, Mix said it's not mathematically over, but it's pretty over. Assuming a Chatter just not bungled this win up. Uh, uh, uh. Well, my suffering will be at an end soon. Keep it 1. No readings. It's nothing to be done. Almost nothing. I mean, you can throw out a mix-up between assault and dive. That is a mix-up. Wait, no, it's Enchantress's turn. Enchantress could probably just move here, be totally fine. Or he would just poke out. Wait. Oh. Oh, Geef has no more dives, huh? Okay. Yeah, Geef has no more dives, okay. 650 EX flats. There should be one more. What's the last one? That's 5 cards, not 6. It's over. It's over. Game over. Geef's gonna die to any slow if he tries to come in. Does Geef have Spike as a big sub? I don't think so. And Enchantress put the range 3 for a reason, so I assume, yeah. Oh, does she have no better slow than that? Crit strike? Oh, it's finally over. All right. Well, one more. Uh, wow, mixed with the confidence. Wants to end this right here, right now. Oh man, this is so painful. Like, they're fine Exceed players, but man, these games have not been PogChamp. In fact, these games have been a kind of resident sleeper. Oh well. Man, why did Mix have to make his last character Zangief? Should Option select is just to throw Zangief randomly among his character picks. The optimal way, I mean, because so you don't have to face against lame matchups where Geef has to chase someone all game. Alright, we're gonna see the Propeller Knights. Propeller Knight has a good amount of movements to evade Geef and a decent amount of push as well. Windstream, Headwind. Oh well, those are the pushes, but then he also has advances. Mm. What is Hans waiting for? He'll probably taking a break. This has to be my last one. It's taking so long. Well, not too long, but it feels like an eternity. Turn 1 key charge. Pretty typical. Striking probably with Headwind, but could be other options as well. Oh. Well, that's unlucky. That's an unlucky wall swing. I guess Hans needs this kind of wall swing well, Hans needs this kind of wall swing from Mix to come back. Has a lot of games ahead of him. Interesting that he chose to close one here to range 5. Ah, there's the win stream. Does he have a second cannonball? That's cute. That's a cute setup for a second cannonball, actually. Alright, Gifu's to range 3. Before push 1 or 2, can do cannonball or a second hand win, or even propeller pull. Some options available to him here. Should probably strike though. Hmm. Okay, he does the funny key charge. Alright, MiX boosting light to try and get in. Suddenly, Hans' boost doesn't really matter. Why do you prep? He's wasting his boost, literally. You could just exceed it with prop and just go to range 5 with the exceed kicker. Why do you prep? I mean, maybe you'll get value if Geef assaults, but if Geef can also just dive or spike. Oh, the before push 2 grasp. Well, I guess the range tree was for a key charge only. The before push 2 grasp. How funny. Okay, I see what he was going for. Honestly, didn't see it myself. Okay, side before to get a bit armor and come in. Checks out. 2 armor, pretty relevant here. Well, I guess I get Saber Launch because it's 4 damage right now. But if Saber Launch is 2 damage, it can entirely block it. But yeah, even that defensive grasp was still a risk just because if Geef played a 7 speed assault, they would have lost. I guess it's a mix up. A funny, weird mix up where defensive grasp to beat dive, slows to beat assault. That's the weird mix up going on there. Alright, not a bad wall swing. Takes no damage. Prop exceeds with 2 gauge to spare. Geef boosting fortitude. Trying to think of striking here. Could it be another saber lunge? Saber lunge. Oh, never mind. Just boost defend. That's fair. Okay, +2 speed. That's both lights down. Both lights down for MiX. I haven't done my gacha dailies yet for Pokemon Masters. Let me do that. Read Grasp. Not successful. The question is, what was he setting up for? Is it Saber Lunge? Oh, it was a headwind. Ah, cheeky headwind does not pay off. And Propeller should take. Yeah, he crit it. And now Geef is at range 1. However, his hand being known is a little awkward here. Defend, taking away the known normal. Okay, moves as far away as possible. Oh, happy day. He just drew a run. All right, boosts the prop pool before pull 1 or 2. Interesting. Doesn't mind Geef to come in. I assume setting up for something like a swoop, which would be funny, or not. Geef moving to range 1 makes sense. Only has a contend with +1 speed, and he can do something like crit, flying power bomb. Though it means that Propeller could do something really cheeky like a range 1 dive. Entirely possible. I would like to see that. Range 1 dive to hit Geef. Well, That'd be really funny. They're not really that good. All right, Peller switches to alongside the board and strikes. The before pull one or two means that he's gonna kind of corner himself again. Maybe Stu. Not sure what he's setting up with that. Oh, all right. Fair enough. The grass does put him back into the corner. Now it's Geef's turn. Okay. Yep. Prepping, of course. Geef should probably just crit strike with something. No, he needs defend. Why is he giving Hans so much time? I don't even know why I'm watching anymore. Oh well. Like, nice defend boost, and now Propeller's outside of board. Like, just take your opportunities when they arise, right? Like, yes, you do have, um, you have, I mean, you can even do EX crit flying powerbomb, and you can't dive out of it. I mean, I guess prop blocks, but then you don't have to EX, you could just crit and play a mix-up, because you're Geef. You have mix-ups. Okay, well, they're both key charging at range. Hold on. All right, well, I guess we're both CCing 0 now. I'm gonna raise up my standing desk, because sitting here is not good for my health. Ugh. Okay. Thank you. He moved in. Time is not on Geef's side. Prop does a little bit more cards. So obviously CCing 0 ad infinitum will result in Geef losing. Ooh, take 8. I mean, take 6. Pretty good reading. High probability reading too, because Geef only had 2 cards left. All right, what's going on here? I guess Prop is actually set up to win this quite nicely. If Geef can finally get in, that'll be great. If Geef doesn't waste his time at range 1. Oh, he had like 2 assaults. I would not have mind Geef just crit assault at range 1 even. Like if the opponent grasps it, good job. And then you have known flying power bombs. Like grasping a flying power bomb is so bad, such a terrible trade. I don't know. Geef had opportunities at range 1 for sure. Just didn't really take them. All right, reach, strike. Crit EX flying power bomb, and then have EX assault follow up. Probably makes sense. All right, has EX assault lined up as the next play. I really got to go after this. This is not. Hopefully, this game ends pretty quickly. And if MiX wins, that'll be great. That means the set is over. But if Hans wins, then we'll have to go for another weekend. And maybe Hans can make the huge reverse comeback. Who knows? Oh, a jet stream. Okay. So we could do something like before pull 1 swoop. Of course, Geese just preps because not too much else to do. Think of advancing one. Advancing one striking does telegraph like cross, pull one and then cross out. I mean that's what you got a corner. Alright, looks like we're gonna see it. Range 1, 7-speed cross, baby. That's what he's telegraphing. Oh, never mind. Just kidding, it was bait. He got baited. Range 1 sweep, pulls a card. If Geef had the read, he could have crit EX Assault. That would stun sweep. But he did not guess correctly. Okay, Geef prepping. This is the cross now, right? Well, MiX is lucky that he drew the option on top. I guess MiX's lazy prepping is good if you just draw the right answers. Just draw your second grass like at range 1. It's that easy. Are we seeing a mass CC? Oh no, he's just like prepped. Okay, so now his hand's known. Oh, +1 range strike. That's interesting. No crit either. +1, is that Siberian? Cute. Yeah, that's cute. All right. Rare footage of Siberian being played. Yeah, and then Saber Lunge and dive cannot dodge it. That's funny. All right. Um, spends 2 force to walk back to. I guess has full broadside on deck. Um, didn't want to go for the Saber Lunge there. Afraid Geef might have the answer to it. Siberian Blizzard. The Reach Siberian Blizzard too. Well, if imagine the headwind pushed him 4, would have been very sad. All right, +2 armor, close 2. All right, Geef is in a pretty good position here. Has a bit of armor tank. Um, has prop in the corner. All right, quick step back 1 prep. Is that the right move? Um, the 3 gauge is a little bit just sitting here not doing anything because full broadside. You're not actually gonna play full broadside at 3 HP, right? So therefore the 3 gauge sitting here is not really gonna do much for you. And he wins. Oh, thank goodness. GG's, I guess. Well, hooray! MiX wins with all the Street Fighter characters. That was a long, well, finishing only 3 weekends. That's pretty good. Um, unfortunately, season 4 got smoked. Enchantress, Plague, and Beheaded were the only ones to claim victory. But yeah, it's over. Thanks for watching, everybody. MiX is victorious. Season 3 is victorious. Season 4 takes a big fat L. And yep, that is it for me and this recording. Thanks for, don't mind me, MiX and Hans, don't mind me for the banter and the teasing. Thanks for having me come and cast, provide some Exceed content. Um, yeah, some games were exciting, some games were not, just how it is. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and thanks again to MiX for offering to let me record his games. All right, peace.